Good morning. It says I'm live, so let me get the party rolling this morning on Monday. Good morning. Lisa Scola, Executive Leader with Avon, and I want to share sampling with you guys this morning. So I know it's Monday, everybody's getting their week started, and I always like to share like what happens in the life of me on a Monday. Now, not all Mondays are like this, but of course, this Monday morning is, of course, I started my morning off with Lisa Wilbur's call, which I highly suggest that you get all the training that is given freely from people out there. I know I give it freely, and Molly gives it freely, and Teresa and Lisa Wilbur, and just tons of them. I see Madison, and I watch Emily's, and I mean, there's like JP did, stuff on makeup. I mean, it's just out there. We all love to share what we do in our businesses so that we can like duplicate each other and take some of the other ideas and then make them our own, and a lot of fun. Not always having to reinvent the wheel, but sometimes we like to take the wheel and then we like to make it our own wheel, right? Right. Good morning, Deborah. Look, Kim's on this morning. So let's get started on sampling ideas. So today, because I'm in my office, and good morning, Angie, and I want to kind of go over like what I start preparing. My order comes tomorrow, and I'd like to have some of my books ready. So I know that sampling can be a very, let's say, confusing thing for people. Sometimes I think us reps spend way too much money in like the samples. Good morning, Beth, and hi, Jasmine, and Lori, and Tracy, and hi, good evening, Kelly. My friend across the pond, way over where, all the way where I'd love to be. Hey, by the way, Kelly, not to be totally off topic, I watched some island shows last night. There's some cute ones around Australia. I might have to move by you. So, anyways, okay, back to sampling because I don't want to take forever. I know it's Monday. You guys got a lot going on, but I'm getting some things ready. So, what I used to do is I used to buy samples, and I used to just give them and give them and give them and give them. And I come to find out that customers aren't always using them samples. They're not putting them out there. They're not doing what you think you want them to be doing, like trying them and wanting to buy them. So what I've learned to do, which works a little bit better, is first of all, let me start by, if I'm tossing a book, if I'm putting books out, I don't put samples in them at all. I do not put samples. I will put, you can try, that's my job when they call me to ask them what they want to try. I don't waste money and I throw way too many books. I'm not going to waste money in like throwing samples. I do realize some people like to put them in there. They don't do maybe as many as we're throwing all the time. So they'll sample sometimes. They don't feel like get out. But I'm going to tell you what, sometimes I've seen those books get picked up and tossed, right? They don't even open them up. So that's just like, that's really to me like throwing money away. So I do not do that. I put a coupon to get them to call me, and then I ask them what they want. Other than that, I like to be, you're prepared ahead of time. You see what your brochures are going to look like way before you even get them, right? So prepare yourself. What do you want to sell? What do you want your customers to try? So, we're on 20, and I know we're well into 20, but I'll show you what I did with my 20 catalogs. So when I was getting 20 ready, you look and see where are the specials. Well, they had great buy one, get one free sample. Right? This page, buy one, get one free. There you go. So I picked 2 fragrances on the page that they could try that are buy one, get one free. And then this page, of course, has its own little sample. So I don't have to put this one in because this one they can smell the page. So I picked these 2 and then I glue them. This is my other friend. See this little thing, the glue stick? I use this for everything. So they're so cheap. You just dab a little bit on the back and stick it on the page. I always make them stick out. So when the book's closed, they could see something usually I try to get it the other way, but you can see that there's something stuck in the book, and it's a bumpy book. You'll hear other reps talk about bumpy brochures. Well, they really load them up. Yeah, I don't do all that, but I do pick one thing, and that's what they get. I also did in this book, because they've had a special, and I already gave them out, but they had the specials on all the makeup. So makeup's tough to give samples of, but what I'll do is buy like medium shades of the foundation, just medium, because no, it might not be the right color, but I'm more interested in like trying it on, seeing if they like the texture of it, and then I could always get them what they're looking for, right? Look at my Bipsters up. Good morning, Lee. Hi, baby. And Rebecca's on, and Mary. I'm missing all these peeps showing up. So that's how I sample a brochure. And then you want to remember what you're putting in there, especially if they're going to a customer. Make sure you remember what you put, because when they're placing the order, ask them, did you get that sample? Were you able to try the rare gold? Did you try the haiku? Is that something that you might want to give a shot? A lot of times you could pick 2 items. So like I did the fragrance and makeup in this one. A lot of times I'll do like a skincare and a fragrance. And then that way I can ask them, did you try it? Maybe there's something else they want to try. So everybody gets the same stuff unless they ask for something specific. But that's the easiest way to sample and to know your books ahead of time. So I'm working on this one today, right? Because this is the one I'm working on. Look who's on the front. So can you guess what I'm going to be putting in this brochure? Because you all been working on Sophia now for like a couple weeks, right? Because we've had this, we've known, right? So I have these ones. So my customers are going to get her, she's going to be taped right on the front. They're not going to be bumpy. It's going to be right on the front. They're never going to miss it. And then that way, I want them to check it. So with this one, I'm also going to do a skincare. Now, I know in my next book, or so, when I'm already starting to stock up on these, I don't buy all the samples all in one shot. It costs too much money. So start ahead of time. I started buying Sophia samples when they first started letting us. I bought a little one campaign, some more the next campaign. So I know I'll have enough that all my customers are going to get them to try. Also, keep in mind when they're fragrances like this, you can get the full one and you can spray their bag with it and all that kind of stuff. Look at, see, Donna's already got her samples. And, oh, I know. You got that cream too, Kelly. I love that cream. I've been using it for quite some time now. See how young I'm looking? I'm just looking so young. It's working, right? So, my next sampling tip, which I want to share, is I love Mark. Now, how many of y'all love Mark? I love Mark. Mark doesn't they don't shower us with samples in Mark. They'll give us some of like the new fragrance that are going to come out and whatnot, but they don't give us like all the great stuff. Well, I personally happen to absolutely love this bundled up. This bundled up is, smells so nice. So have you guys tried this yet? Because if you haven't tried it yet, I highly suggest that you do. I know I just ordered the new Planet Spa one this time. I got the full-size one in the chocolate because I'm very curious about that. I love chocolate, so I can't wait. Anyways, I've been using it, but I'm getting ready. Oh, it smells so good. Anyways, I'll make my own of these. Now, I have sampling videos on my YouTube channel all day about how we do this, sampling ourselves. We buy those little bags, a whole thing of them. Comes real cute, just like this. These little baggies I use. I'll put a label on it that'll look just like the bundled up. And then I'll put this on the inside of this book because I want them to try it. Now, let me share something with you guys. When I go, like I've shared, I go into salons. A lot of the women that are in there, they're older ladies. They're not buying Mark, really. Some of them never even heard of Mark. They've known Avon for their whole lives. I went in there with the lemon over the summertime because I happen to love the lemon, the sugared up one. And it's just, it's fabulous smelling. So I brought a bunch of my little samples in there and I passed them out to all the ladies and I had them put them on their hands and their arms. One of those women, she literally called me, ordered 2 more this campaign. She don't even have a Mark book because I don't mail those out. So I know that she just ran out and she contacted me for more. She loves them. So make sure you don't ever stereotype, oh, that's too expensive. And I try to tell them, it doesn't go on sale. It's going to be $12. This is our Mark catalog. But they love it, and it's a big jar, and it smells fabulous. So do some sampling on your own so that you can get them out there and tell your customers. And follow up on those samples. Make sure they're using them. Don't waste your money. I don't want to see you guys, putting all these samples in these bags and these in the brochures and then tossing them or leaving them places, and you don't know who's getting them. Geez, might be another Avon rep banking on it, going, whoa, let me just pick up some more of these. They got all these samples in here, and I could just be using them for my customers. So make them want them. Make them see what's going on. Because that's what's important with our business. The follow-up, the knowing. You get those samples when you're in the mall. Now, imagine if they got your name and information after you took that sample from them and called you. More than likely, you'd buy it if you liked it. but they don't. So they're just banking on you liking it enough to buy it as you're walking through or whatever, or maybe you don't stop and talk to them long enough. But that's what I'm working on. So I'm working on getting my samples prepared. Start working on that ahead of time. Get out of your comfort zone and ask. Make sure you're talking to your customers about what they want to try, or you have those, get the information, keep notes. I mean, I could never remember all of it myself, so I have to write it all down. So I keep a notebook, like I've shared, all my orders go in notebooks that look like this. Their names are written down, all the notes are on them, and then I have a drawer I keep them in like for a year so that I can go back even on it. So if you have some downtime, you could go back and see, well, what was that customer getting before? Did she ever try that sample? Another quick tip, while we're talking about customer service, of course, are you contacting those customers you don't hear for a while? Sometimes it's not all about the order. Sometimes it's just letting them know, hey, I'm thinking about you. So I have customers that order every single campaign. They just on clockwork. They get their books, they get their order, they order it. I mean, I don't even have to let them know. It's all the time. Not all big orders, just constant orders. So when I don't hear from them for a while, I usually send them a message, however it is they usually contact you, and I just send that out there and I say, hey, what's going on? I haven't heard from you. Your Avon lady's getting worried. It's been like a month and a half or whatever. And it's so cute because I did that with one of my customers yesterday because I hear from her all the time and always orders. And I said, okay, because this happened again like a year or so past and I didn't hear from her for a while and I got worried. So I sent her a message and she was like, oh, thank you so much for thinking about me. I can't believe you actually, my boss, I've been working all these extra hours. I said, well, you need to let your boss know that your Avon lady was a little bit worried because she hasn't heard from you in a while. So he needs not to work you so hard. And she got a kick out of it. And she placed an order. And she did the same thing yesterday. So I didn't hear from her. She hasn't ordered since July. Orders every campaign. I mean, we are in almost the middle of September. It's been a minute. So I actually sent her a message yesterday and I said, hey, I just was wondering if everything's okay. Haven't heard from you, making me worry. And she goes, well, thanks for checking. I'm glad you did. I have an order. It's small. I have a bigger one next time. I have been working a lot. And she sent me her order. So it's not always, and and I let them know, it's not because you haven't ordered. It's just because you have to be genuinely concerned about people and they can feel that. Then they like you and they just keep buying from you then. And sometimes just have that conversation, call them up. Hey, what's going on? I just haven't heard from you, haven't placed an order, and then see what's going on with them. It's all about personal relationships with this business. If you're going through a hard time and it's even like with the bank or if it's like with a credit card, not that you're going to have a personal relationship with them, but sometimes call them up and just tell whoever it is that's blowing your phone up wanting some money. Say, it's just not a good time right now. It's really a struggle. I just want to let you know I'm not ignoring y'all. You're going to get some money. And then let them be like, oh, no, you have to make a payment now and they're going to harass you. But you know what? You just ignore all of that. And you just say, I'm just being nice, letting you know that I am not forgetting about you. I am going to make a payment, blah, 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 blah. So just nice to be nice sometimes. Really does help out. You never know where it's going to get you. So, and I see my sister's on. And what can't see attachment, can you please send it out again? Luz, you have to be a little bit more which attachment can't you get? Because I don't know what you're talking about. So anyways, and yes, Amy, it is coffee time. I got my coffee, and I just listened to Wilby's call, so I'm like all hot on fire now today to get my business up and running for the week. So starting it off with you guys, little sample crusher I want you all to share. I want you to share what you do with your samples as well in the group. I love when you do all of that. It's great. It's, everybody does things differently, and I'm sharing what works for me. It really, it costs money to run this business, and I want to see you guys blowing the money that you could be spending maybe on something else. So make these samples work for you. That's what they're there for. And then make the best of it. That's all I got, right? So I do have to go to the post office. I have some books to mail. I was excited last week. I do have the view from the top, so let me do a shout out because I'm going to the post office. If you don't have these books, volumes 1, 2, and 3, I'm in volume 2. So I do have them. They come with a beautiful bracelet for life, lipstick, and leadership that I have on it, and you get a bookmark that's personalized for me, and I'll autograph it for you. So if you don't have that and you're looking for some training materials, some inspiration to see how people have made it to the top of this business, we share freely all the time. So private message me. All I need is your email, and I'll be happy to mail you out a book, and then you could be on it, right? So I have lots to come this week. We have so many things to share. I'm still frantically working on making my computer work right with the volume. So I'm going to work on that again maybe tonight and see if that gets it so that I can do some more comforts and crushers. But I'll probably put this one up on YouTube. So if you want to share it in your other groups, you can. Love spending some coffee time with y'all in the morning. I hope it's going great. And get another cup. It's almost empty, so I have to go get some more. But make it a great day. Make it happen. And I look forward to seeing everything going on this week. Yes, it's coming, Angie. Thank you. You guys have a wonderful Monday.